The rare royal jewels nobody talks about. Some royal jewels shine from palace balconies, but others live in the shadows, whispered about, rarely seen, and almost never glimpsed by the public. Tonight we're uncovering the most mysterious jewels in Europe. Princess Astrid's forgotten emerald necklace, the sapphire processional jewels created for a princess who never wore them, Queen Sophia's vanished ruby cascade, Princess Margaret's dramatic diamond hoops, and even Wallis Simpson's lost Cartier panthers. These are the treasures that slipped through history's fingers, unseen, unspoken, and deeply compelling. Princess Astrid of Belgium emerald necklace. Some royal jewels dazzle under the cameras, and others slip quietly into the shadows. And this emerald necklace, it belongs to the second category, a spectacular royal treasure that somehow stayed almost completely hidden from the public eye. At first glance, its design feels familiar, almost too familiar. 5 square emeralds, 5 cabochon emeralds, all framed in ornate diamonds. It echoes the great emerald necklaces of Europe, from Queen Elizabeth II's Greville emerald necklace to Queen Margrethe's dramatic emerald parure. It's the kind of piece you'd expect to be photographed endlessly. Yet this necklace's story is wrapped in mystery. No one knows its exact origin. Historians believe it was likely a wedding gift to Princess Hélène d'Orléans when she married Prince Emanuele Filiberto of Savoy, the second Duke of Ulster, in 1895, a period when emerald necklaces of this style suddenly became a royal trend. Princess Hélène wore it in a few portraits after her marriage, and in a fascinating twist she even removed the 5 cabochons and placed them at the base of the knot and star tiara. A necklace versatile enough to transform a tiara, yet still it never truly became famous. Instead, it remained one of those quiet royal jewels, admired in private, almost never seen in public. It resurfaced briefly in the 1950s, worn by Princess Anne, Duchess of Ulster, paired with the Savoy-Ulster tiara, then vanished again for decades. Its next appearance? 2007, worn by Princess Astrid of Belgium at King Harold's 70th birthday banquet in Oslo. Then once more, in 2010, at Crown Princess Victoria's wedding gala. And that was it. No public sightings since. A necklace grand enough to rival the royal emeralds of Europe, yet strangely forgotten. Swedish processional necklace. Some royal jewels are created to be admired, yet somehow remain almost entirely unseen, and the Swedish Intåg smycke, the magnificent processional necklace of Crown Princess Victoria of Baden, is one of the most elusive of them all. Composed of pale blue Ceylon sapphires, soft glowing pearls, and diamonds set in gold, this breathtaking piece wasn't commissioned by a king, a court, or a jeweller. It was a gift from the Swedish people to their new crown princess. They called her the Vasa princess, honouring her descent from the ancient Vasa dynasty. And this necklace was meant to symbolise her grand ceremonial entry into Sweden. Yet ironically, Crown Princess Victoria herself was never photographed wearing it. For decades the necklace slipped out of sight, until the 1950s, when her daughter-in-law, Queen Louise, finally brought it into the spotlight. But even then, it didn't become a regular part of the royal jewellery rotation. Instead, it remained one of those special heirlooms reserved for rare, glittering occasions. And when it did appear, it was always unforgettable. Princess Christina wore it. Princess Lilian wore it. Crown Princess Victoria herself has honoured her namesake as well. At the Nobel Prize ceremony in 2005, she paired the processional necklace with the historic Baden fringe tiara, a striking tribute to the woman for whom the necklace was created. Princess Marilyn followed shortly after, debuting it at the 2008 Nobel Prize ceremony, the sapphires shimmering under the lights like droplets of frozen rain, and in one of the most iconic modern moments, Princess Marilyn dazzled the world by wearing the necklace at Crown Princess Victoria's wedding in 2010, pairing its watery blue glow with the Connaught diamond tiara, and then silence. Princess Margaret Tech, diamond hoop necklace. We all know the story of the Tech diamond hoop tiara, a magnificent piece hidden away for decades, last seen on the Queen Mother and now quietly within reach of Queen Camilla, who might be the one to finally bring it back into the light. But while the tiara has remained locked in silence, its sister jewel, the diamond hoop necklace, has lived a far more dramatic and surprising life. Composed of 22 glittering diamond hoops, each centered with a collet diamond, This necklace is a masterpiece of Victorian geometry. It was created in the 1860s, likely around the time Princess Mary Adelaide of Cambridge married Prince Francis of Teck in 1866. And unlike the tiara, she wore the necklace constantly. When the necklace passed to Queen Mary, something unexpected happened. She never wore it. Not once. Instead, Queen Mary passed the necklace to her daughter-in-law, Queen Mother, who did wear it occasionally in the late 1930s. But it was also never truly her favourite. Rarely photographed, rarely mentioned, it hovered on the edge of obscurity. Until 1960. In a stroke of brilliance, the Queen Mother gifted the diamond hoop necklace to Princess Margaret for her wedding. And suddenly, this forgotten Victorian jewel found the woman it was meant for. Princess Margaret wore it like no one else could. Dramatic, regal, effortlessly glamorous. The bold circular diamonds suited her perfectly, becoming one of her most iconic jewelled looks. She wore it to gala events, receptions, film premieres, turning a once-neglected necklace into a star piece of her personal collection. Its final public appearance came in 2000, at a gala performance celebrating her 70th birthday. Margaret sat in the theatre, radiant under the lights, the diamond hoop necklace glowing just as brightly as it had over a century earlier. And thankfully, unlike many of her jewels, this necklace escaped the auction block. It remains safe, untouched, awaiting its next chapter. Crown Princess Margaretta's sapphire and tourmaline necklace. There are pieces like this one, jewels so unexpectedly beautiful that they leave you stunned without a single emerald or ruby in sight. This lesser-known sapphire and tourmaline necklace is one of the most enchanting forgotten treasures of the Swedish royal vaults. Imagine a chain composed of around 15 delicate, floral-inspired clusters, soft pale blue sapphires intertwined with shimmering pink tourmalines. Feminine, fresh, dreamy, almost like a pastel garden captured in gemstones. In Crown Princess Margaret's jewel inventory, it appears simply as a Halsband med Sapphire Octourmaline Rosetta, a necklace with sapphires and tourmaline rosettes. It even features a detachable pendant, a drop-shaped pink tourmaline meant to hang from the central cluster. And yet, despite its beauty, Princess Margaret was photographed wearing this exquisite piece exactly once. After her tragic early death, the necklace passed to her eldest son, and then into silence. His wife never wore it. His daughters, Princesses Margareta, Birgitta, Desiree and Christina, never wore it. This radiant watercolour-like jewel simply disappeared, locked away for decades. Until a young Crown Princess Victoria began attending her first gala events in the 1990s, and suddenly the necklace re-emerged, glossy, glowing, and alive again. It had been given to her by her parents, King Carl XVI Gustaf and Queen Sofía, and it instantly became one of Victoria's personal favourites. Through the 1990s and early 2000s, she wore it repeatedly, at state banquets, Nobels, formal receptions, each appearance giving this forgotten heirloom new life. And unlike many of her jewels, Victoria has never loaned this necklace to anyone. It remains hers and hers alone, a private treasure revived from the shadows, last worn at the 2022 Nobel Prize ceremony. Princess Sibila's diamond and ruby necklace. When we talk about Luxembourg's royal jewels, one thing becomes immediately clear: rubies are rare. Most of the ruby pieces once owned by Grand Duchess Josephine Charlotte disappeared at auction years ago, leaving the Grand Ducal collection strikingly empty of red gemstones. But there is one exception, a single, luminous ruby necklace that survived the great sell-off, and it belongs not to a Grand Duchess, but to Princess Sibila. Her ruby necklace is a quietly spectacular piece. Small central rubies encircled by diamonds in a delicate, almost floral motif, each bloom finished with a ruby drop suspended like a glistening petal. These ruby elements sit on a classic diamond necklace, flanked on either side by two impressive all-diamond flower clusters, bold, symmetrical, and unmistakably royal. The piece is believed to have been a wedding gift to Princess Sibila in 1994 from Grand Duke Jean and Grand Duchess Josephine Charlotte when she married their youngest son, Prince Guillaume, and in true royal fashion, Sibila debuted it immediately, wearing it to her pre-wedding ball, where its rubies glowed against the formal candlelight. It has become one of her signature pieces, perhaps the signature jewel in her collection. Most recently, she wore it again at the gala dinner celebrating the accession of Grand Duke Guillaume V in 2025, proving that this is not a relic tucked away in a vault, but a living heirloom still shining brightly in Luxembourg's modern royal history. Wallis Simpson Cartier Panther Earrings. In 1949, Wallis, Duchess of Windsor, commissioned a pair of panther earrings to complement her already famous Cartier Panther brooch. But unlike the brooch, which became one of her signature jewels, these earrings lived a far more secretive life. Decades later, they would quietly reappear, not in an auction catalogue, not in a museum, but on the ears of one of the only British royals who was ever truly close to Wallis, Princess Michael of Kent. Although never publicly acknowledged, it's long been whispered within royal circles that the Duchess of Windsor gifted Princess Michael several of her most treasured jewels as a wedding present. Among them, the same emerald panther earrings. Wallis was photographed in 1948 wearing a pair of striking Cartier Panther earrings, each centered around monumental cabochon emeralds, 54.04 and 50.42 carats, set in sculpted gold panthers decorated with black enamel spots. In 1985, Princess Michael of Kent appeared wearing earrings identical in every detail. And when the Duchess of Windsor's jewels were famously auctioned in 1987, and again in 1997, the emerald panthers were notably absent. Their disappearance from the Windsor sale, combined with their sudden appearance on Princess Michael, makes it more than plausible that these are indeed the Duchess's original earrings. Today, this extraordinary pair remains one of Princess Michael's most intriguing, rarely seen treasures, a jewel with history, mystery, and a whisper of scandal. And royal watchers still hope that, one day, the emerald panthers will make a triumphant return. Queen Sophia's ruby necklace. When we talk about the rubies of Queen Sofia of Spain, the conversation almost always begins and ends with the famous ruby dove parure. But tucked away in the royal vaults lies another ruby necklace, one far more unusual, strikingly modern, and almost never seen in public. It's the kind of jewel that makes you pause of a delicate riviere of baguette-cut diamonds, flowing gracefully around the neck, leading to a dramatic cascade motif at its centre. A waterfall of baguette, brilliant cut diamonds, and perfectly set round rubies. Sleek, architectural, almost futuristic for a queen in the 1970s. This mysterious cascade ruby necklace made its first known appearance on Queen Sofia in 1977. Its origins, believed to be diplomatic, likely a gift from Saudi Arabia. Queen Sofia wore the necklace again in 1979 during a banquet on their state visit to Switzerland. And then, it vanished. For years, the cascade necklace slipped completely out of sight, one of those royal treasures that seems to disappear into the velvet-lined silence of a vault. It wasn't until 1994, 15 years later, that it resurfaced. Queen Sofia wore it once more for a dinner hosted by the King of Saudi Arabia during the Spanish royal's second state visit to the Gulf. The rubies glittered under the desert lights, making their brief return before fading again from public view. And since then, finally in 2007, a surprising moment, Doña Letizia borrowed the ruby cascade necklace for a state banquet honouring the President of Slovenia. Since 2009, the ruby cascade necklace has completely vanished from public view. It's the kind of jewel we'd love to see again on Princess Leonor or Infanta Sofia. And that wraps up tonight's deep dive into the shadows of royal jewellery. Tell us in the comments, which rare, hidden or little-known royal jewel fascinates you the most? And before you go, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more untold stories and mysterious treasures from royal circles.